Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up? What up? What up? What the fuck is up, people?
What up?
This is episode 296.
296
of the most consistent podcast, kind of, in the area.
Give me a hell yeah!
The Logical Sense. This is your boy, Busby.
And over here, it's your boy, JC No Honey. And I come bearing a guest. I got making a debut, baby all diapers. My son is here. It's incredible. I am a father.
Hey, round of applause. Congratulations, my nigga.
Thank
I'm
you.
Get you some socks next month for Father's Day.
Give me a hell yeah!
How you feeling?
I feel good. It's definitely been I don't want to say necessarily a challenge. This has been an adjustment because obviously you go from two people in a household to now you got an extra person. And by the way, this extra person actually depends on your every single move to function. So yeah, just going from that adjustment.
Child.
Right.
Yeah.
What else is there? Sleep schedule's been pretty good. As the listeners probably they're like, damn, he's talking really, really soft right now. I'm like, yeah, because he's legitimately right next to me. I'm trying to be very, very chill right now.
It's funny. I'm like speaking kind of soft too because I feel like I'm like
went into delivery. What was it, Thursday? So yeah, may the 4th be with you day. Didn't go into delivery, but we started the process. Went to the hospital then, and then Friday. What ended up happening Friday morning? Britt was about 3 centimeters dilated, and then they gave her an epidural. About 4 hours later, they were like, "Oh, you're ready to push now." And I was like, oh, "Wait, okay." So I had to psych myself up like I was checking into the 4th quarter. My mom was in the delivery room with us, and about 45 minutes later, there was a baby. And it was funny because again, we went into this not knowing the gender. So they had me announce it to everybody. And I always told Britt, I was like, I think it's a girl, but I'm not committing because if it's a boy, I'm going to laugh. And as soon as they said, okay, daddy, check. And they had me check his little private area. And I saw it and I just started let a big burst of laughter. And I was like, oh my God, it's a boy. And that was it. So
you have a child. You brought that boy done home.
So he's a Cinco de Mayo baby. He was born 6:38 p.m. And he's just a really, really excellent bundle of joy. And he's very observant, but he's also a king finesser already. King God finesse, the finesse God.
There you go. What was about this? Yeah, you literally, and everything you said on the last podcast happened exactly as you said. Like Palpatine, you foreseen it.
Yeah, foresaw it all. And Mr. Giannis Prince James Cole is here. And it's been a very, very extravagant 10 days. He's 10 days old right now. It's been a very, very extravagant. And yeah, man, it's a different type of love to feel. Like I'd probably shed tears probably like once every other day just looking at him.
It's funny. I was thinking about the full name, Giannis Prince James. It's a combination of all your favorite things: Giannis, basketball; Prince, I mean, obviously, and James, power.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that. James is a family name. It's a legacy name.
I feel you. I know. I'm just.
But I get what you're saying. But nah, yeah, power wasn't in mind, but it actually ended up working out in the long run. So I'm okay with that.
There you go. So I'm an uncle again.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of fucking nieces and nephews. It's fucking nuts. But
how you been doing?
I've been working this grave shift and I ain't made shit. That's what's been going on. Been working like damn near 40 hours all week. And it just took a lot of energy out of me.
Right. Yep. Here he goes. He's already started. Told you, it's King Finesse.
I know, right?
He don't like nobody. He don't like laying by himself. He definitely. See, he just finessed me to get him in his hands, and now he just sucking on his
Shut
choopy.
up.
Right.
Aw, look at that. Damn. See, this is how long we've been doing this podcast, man. We've done this podcast during the fucking pandemic. We've done this podcast with hella women, hella guest hosts, and now a baby.
Yep.
Oh, damn. This is
Family.
great. I am family. Like, that shit comes out this week.
Yep. And I will not be there.
I know you won't. I'll let you know.
No, you won't.
Oh yeah, you don't want no spoilers, huh?
Nope.
Well, shit.
No spoilers for us here, huh?
Yeah.
So I was gonna say something about him. Yeah, man, just been a really, really good bun to join. My mom, shout out to my moms. She was here helping out for almost the entire 10 days. Shout out to Britt, of course. Round of applause to Britt.
Of course.
Britt was incredible. Been incredible throughout this entire journey. And on top of that, leads us right into Le Joyfulness. Huh.
You predicted this exactly.
Huh, little G, baby. Yeah, we was Le Joyful. My son came into the world, and my son immediately knew a Lakers victory.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Exactly like I said, I know them, and I saw it all.
Dude, someday you need to go back and listen to that episode, bro. You said exactly you literally painted out exactly how it was going to happen. Like, yeah, I expect us to lose twice because I know you. And my son will come in. And when he comes in, we will win. Lakers in 6. I done told you this. I know you.
Yep. That's one of the dopest things about baby Giannis too, is that he actually, I'm not even saying this to joke around, he actually likes watching sports with me. He'll pay attention and he's focused and he's zooming. He's very, very observant. And at one point it was game 4 and Anthony Davis had scored to tie the game. This little boy looked at me because I was laughing and cheering, and he was coughing, and when he coughed, he put his hands up in the air like he was cheering. I was like, that's my guy. Yeah, no, I like I said, it was a very predictable series.
Yeah.
I knew they were going to go in. I knew Lakers were going to go in and win game 1. The way it occurred was just.
Oh yeah, this is what I had to tell you. I had to tell you need to calm down now.
Yeah, I'm passing this high blood pressure cheering style of fandom to my son. He's gonna be taking over pretty soon. I am retiring pretty soon. I'm like Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Because that game 1, that game 1 was damn near a classic. That set the tone. And when you guys took game 1 by the skin of your teeth, that was thanks to Jordan Poole's dumbass. But
anytime you can withstand making 6 3-pointers as a team and withstand Warriors having 3 players themselves each make 6 3-pointers, and you live to tell it, it's going to be a good series. I like my chances.
Yeah,
the series legitimately turned into anything you could do, I will fuck you up. Because what happened? The Warriors came, blew us out, and I told you I had a video meme ready to go as soon as that happened. Warriors blew us out by 27 the night before young Giannis, the God, was born, and Warriors fans was in my DM, and that's when I went to my story. I put that Joe Budden video up. Like, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. Let me go. And what happened the next game?
I like that.
What happened the next game? Game 3, Giannis's first game watching, beat him by 30. Game 4, Delonte Walker, Skywalker. That was the game. Came off the bench, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Went back to Golden State. I knew they were, in order to win in 6, we got to lose 2. I wrote that one off immediately. I should have known from jump to change the TV channel because Giannis didn't wake up. The only time he did wake up was to get fed and get burped during halftime, and he was back asleep. He didn't care. I'm following my young one. He knows. And then in the midst of that game 5, Steph Curry hit one of those, like you like to call it, fuck you threes to end the half. And then game 6 came around, and the Lakers were handling business. And that white boy, Austin Reeves, he said, "Nah."
Call him. Fuck you.
Yeah. He said, "You want to shoot one from the logo? I'll shoot one from half court." And that's basically, again, it was anything you can do, I can do better type series.
Yeah. And this is the same team. This is the same team, people, that during the football season, JC would tell me during the podcast, you can look it up. He literally said, "Don't talk to me about basketball. I'm not."
I assessed what the team looked like after one game. I said, at best, this is a 9 seed. So unless they do something at the trade deadline, I do not want to discuss this. And they did a lot of movement at the trade deadline. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to see how this plays out. And a weekend, I was like, we losing, but I see the vision. I see it because LeBron's out. And once again, I am right. The world is wrong. Life is good.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I am legit happy for you. So now the bubble has popped.
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm going to see you.
And I've been waiting, baby.
All 4 teams that were in the bubble.
No. You misheard what I said. I said, I'm going to get my shit off real quick.
Go on.
Look here. The majority of young Giannis's Godfather Click Squad is all Warriors fans. I've been having a great time in that group chat.
Yes, you have.
It's been amazing. It's been fun. I love y'all to death, and I thank you for looking over my son. But it's nothing personal. It's just business. It's nothing personal. Just business. Tell him. Say yeah, unks. We ride over here, gang. See, I've been gang since birth, since the day I came out the womb. They said, well, you could, the Warriors, this is that. I said, my son ain't ever known a world where the Warriors were supreme. How about that?
He really don't, though. He really don't, though.
We got him.
I want to laugh louder, but I don't want to wake him up. But
there's one thing he does. There's one thing he does that like he looks like me, and he got a bunch of my mannerisms. One thing that trips me out though, bro, is I always noticed when I would drink my cups, my pinky would separate on the cup. Mm-hmm. But I never noticed that my pinky separates in everything I do until Britt had pointed out to me. Mm-hmm. And guess whose pinky separates in everything he does?
Oh wow! What cup?
Right. With everything, like we the what was it? Pinky Squad clique around here, huh? Mm-hmm. Pinky Squad clique. It's a 2-man army. Yeah. We don't need nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
But let's continue. Draymond was Draymond. Clay said he was going to dedicate his performance to Kobe and Gigi, and then I don't know what kind of performance that was, but that was disrespectful.
Game 6. That was pathetic. That was sad. That was very sad. Like he's notorious for being Game 6 Clay, and he lived and died by the 3. He didn't even try to go to the paint. Like he just literally put bricks up. Like he was Pusha T.
Forget Game 6. You know how many points he had total the last 4 games?
How many points?
44. He averaged 11 points the last 4 games. Non-factor.
Wow.
Jordan Poole. What did I say about Jordan Poole? I said it. I said, which one's going to show up? Because I don't believe it's going to be the good one that got the contract.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Poole. That was sad. It was just watching it. I'm like, damn, that's how they're going to go out. Well, oh well. That's how I felt about it. Like honestly, I am rooting for you guys because you guys are pretty much the underdog. Everybody's counting you guys out. And I like the underdog story. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Like, I want y'all to take it all just to prove a point. Like, why not?
The Lakers are never underdogs. It's only on paper we're underdogs. The Lakers are never underdogs, man. They still talk about us.
You know that.
They still talk about us like royalty, and I accept it. I really do accept it.
But brown sexuals were really annoying. Like, not Laker fans, just brown sexuals. It was just like, oh God, it's like because my boy Quake, shout out to Quake, this dude was letting that hate flow through him on Steph Curry. Every time he was talking that shit, I was like, good. I'm like, my guy, like, you do know LeBron went out and got a super team too. You're like, it doesn't matter, that's different. Fuck Steph, LeBron's the GOAT. I'm like, okay. You're not even a Laker fan. And, okay.
You just got to remember what they did was just a tad bit a little different. Like, yes, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh went and formed a strong trio. They weren't a super team. They just formed a nice trio. The Golden State Warriors came off of the most wins in NBA history and then added arguably one of the greatest scorers in NBA history to it. Mm-hmm. It's still not the same thing. That is the epitome of a super team. What happened in Miami was just three guys that came together in their prime that were, obviously top 10. Two of them were considered top 10. The other one was considered at least top 15, top 20. But the rest of the team wasn't that. They had to fill out the rest of the roster and make sure money was around for that. The Warriors, everybody was paid. And then there was a loophole in the salary cap where Kevin Durant was allowed to go there and still get paid himself. Big difference.
Well, I get it. It was funny because I was randomly watching The Last Dance for the first time, like pretty much since I watched it the first time, like 3 years ago. And I was watching it last night. I had a binge through it too. It was a little random. I was like, I forgot how good that shit was. But I was noticing how the Bulls were literally mentally like psyched out. They were like, what's the word for it? They were almost checked. They were mentally exhausted, physically and mentally exhausted. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I was just thinking about the Warriors. And I'm going like, this is kind of reminiscent of how the Warriors won. And when they beat the Jazz, they barely beat the Jazz in Game 6. Like, Jordan had the shot, but they barely beat them. And I was going like, and you wanted to go for a 7th ring the way you guys were? Shit. Who knows? You guys probably would have got eliminated. But, so everything happens for a reason. They probably broke up at the right time, even though Jordan was mad about it. So, hey, man, that's probably the Warriors. People keep thinking this might be the end of a dynasty. Maybe, but who knows?
Well, I don't focus on what losers do.
I know.
I focus on what winners do, and winners advance.
Well, like I said, and the bubbles has popped.
Hey.
Give me a hell yeah!
And I've been waiting, baby.
All them arguments about it, the teams only made it to the conference finals now because it's the bubble. Looking real spooky for y'all right now. Looking very spooky.
I said the bubble's popped. The bubble has popped. And it is right now, it is literally a rematch of the bubble conference finals from 3 years ago. The Lakers are going against the Nuggets. Celtics are going against the fucking the Heat.
Just like I said last episode too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, that game's
Lakers in 6. Just want to get that out the way. And I'll say Celtics in 6.
You think you don't feel Jimmy Butler's gonna do it, huh?
No, because first of all, the Heat were barely hanging on, and not to take anything away, like they can't do it, but they played a Milwaukee Bucks team where Giannis missed a few games, so he wasn't necessarily at the greatest in his point, and they went against the Knicks, and we always laugh at the Knicks. So
that game was sad. That game 6, man, they were so close, but the Knicks are gonna Nick.
That wasn't sad. That was hilarious. The New York Knicks are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. That was hilarious. What are you talking about?
You call them the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA?
Yes. What can go wrong will go wrong. They are the representation of that.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Did I lie?
That's why I'm laughing. No. Try not to laugh too loud, even though I'm not with you, but it's just still the principle. But anyway, so you feel the finals is going to be
Lakers Celtics?
Oh my God! If that happens, oh my God!
This has been already. I'm right with house money right now. I have a son. Lakers deformed and belittled and embarrassed the Warriors in convincing fashion, the way I predicted it. If it's Lakers Celtics, just no stopping me. There's no stopping me.
Joel Embiid is a fraud, though.
Who?
Did you watch Game 7?
Oh, Joel Embiid? No, it ain't Joel Embiid. It's James Harden.
I mean, that's obvious.
Joel Embiid's not a fraud. Joel Embiid isn't a fraud. You just, I don't know. I really didn't see too much where obviously you hold him accountable for it, but James Harden had no points in the last 32 minutes of the fourth quarters in games 5, 6, and 7.
Damn.
Yep. More about James Harden than it is Joel Embiid.
And what's his name? Jason Tatum. He went from having almost the most embarrassing game 6 ever when he had like damn near 0 points. Then he had 20 points in like the fourth quarter. And then this nigga goes and does an interview saying, I am humbly the best player in the world. And then game 7 happened. Game 7 happened. And he humbly showed how he is one of the best players in the world. 51 points. Like, okay.
Broke Steph's record.
What was Steph's record? Was 50 points?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Broke it 2 weeks later. Even when they're out the playoffs, they still lose.
Wasn't it during the finals?
No, he just did it against the Kings.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, he did do it against the Kings. I'm thinking about that game 4 last year. But, yeah. Well, this has been a very interesting finals. And
playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yes, man. Very interesting playoffs. Suns lost and they fired Monty Williams. Now Monty Williams is being linked to Milwaukee. Milwaukee fired Bud, so he's being linked around. Toronto got rid of their coach. Like, it's just they're playing musical chairs right now. Wouldn't surprise me if Doc Rivers got fired because he's lost 3 straight semifinals rounds. He lost all the game 7s. He lost game 7 against the Raptors when Kawhi hit that shot to win the series. He lost against Atlanta when Trae Young embarrassed Ben Simmons. And then he just lost to the Celtics. Yeah, it's not looking good for Doc. I don't know what's going to happen with Doc.
He might as well become an analyst now.
Yeah, like he was when he called Derek Fisher's game 5 shot against the Spurs. Exactly. Remember, I know you.
What, 0.5 seconds? Was it 0.7 seconds or 0.5 seconds?
0.4. No, 0.04. Whatever it was.
Sure it was 0.4? No, whatever.
Yeah, because they changed the rule because of that. They said if you can't get what shot off but under 0.4, it's got to be a tipping. That's the Derek Fisher rule.
I'll never forget that shit too. He ran away like a thief in the night. We'll never forget that.
So we celebrate that, huh? Put your pinkies up. Put the pinkies up.
You know what I also celebrate? Our titties. Titties.
Oh, no, wait. Well, before we get there, we got one more thing to talk about. Basketball-wise. I don't know what John Morant's trying to prove, but he needs some help, man. He needs some help because it ain't the streets that's holding him back. The streets didn't tell him to do that while they were on IG Live, so you can't blame the homie.
When you sent me that tweet, I literally thought it was like the league was actually adding on to what happened a few months ago. Like they were adding on punishment for what he did a few months ago. And then I go on Twitter and I'm going like, wait, he did it again? And then I watched the video. I'm like, oh my God almighty, you are stupid. It was one of those times I was just speechless. I didn't know what to say. Like, you stupid.
Somebody did this.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, all you can say is you hope he gets some help, but at the same time, too, you slip up once, it's a mistake. Do it again, and that is a decision. You are making a conscious effort decision. And so the Memphis Grizzlies was like, yeah, we can't have you around. So you don't be coming around the facility. Don't be coming around no summer ball. Dylan Brooks was like, hey, so what about this? They was like, no, nigga, we meant under no circumstances.
Under no circumstances. They told that nigga under no circumstances do we want you. Damn.
Look at how the Lakers do you. Lakers eliminate the Grizzlies out. You get said to never show up under any circumstances, and then your star player show up with a gun again, and then you knock out the Warriors, and immediately 2 days later, the star player's Game 7 record just gets trampled over by 1 point. You hate to see it. I don't.
You know why? Because I know you.
Nah, because it's Pinky Gang over here. Pinky Gang Squad. What's up? What's up? Huh.
Well, on that note, we want to stay on sports because might as well talk about the NFL at this point.
No. We can get some titties now. We can talk about them titties.
Oh, Janelle Monae. Round of applause.
That's quite the rebrand.
Huh?
I said that's quite the rebrand.
I won't even say this was a rebrand. She's been slowly doing this for the past few years. That's the thing. Like, she's been kind of slowly revealing, like, more of her body and shit like that for a good minute. So, I don't think it was I don't know. Maybe it's just the first time she's actually, like, showing this much. But, anyway, she dropped her video for her, I guess this is her second single, Lipstick Lover, from her album, The Age of Pleasure, that's coming out in June. And it's a good song.
Too. I like the date.
Nice.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
But the video came out, and I remember first she put up a teaser of her walking out the water. I'm like, oh, you looking like that. And then the video came out, and that was tip drill in a nice way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, very, very empowered. I support it.
Yes,
I support it as both Cole men here. We both appreciate boobies. It was, hey, power to her. I'm here for it. Anybody who's trying to stand in her way, I don't know what's wrong with you. I won't accept it.
Women got mad at me because if you followed Janelle Monae throughout her career, she was always the one, like, always, like, dressing up and shit like that. And it was kind of wild seeing it, like, in real time, knowing that because in all her videos, she was always kind of covered up. But this is the first time she was actually, like, expressing herself sexually. Because in all the videos, like back in 2010, when she did the tightrope and shit, she was always in a suit and always, like, looking nice and all that. And she was fine, but it was just like, wow, this is wild to see. I put it on Twitter, and then women started attacking me like, oh, you've never seen titties before? And I was like, no, I have not.
Not them titties.
Not them titties.
Hell yeah.
It's like, oh, men will be men. Yes, we will. Because men love titties. Oh, yeah.
Powerful niggardry at work.
She even showed them titties when she was performing. She literally lifted her shirt up, like, you know, Michael Jackson, Dirty Diana, when he ripped the shirt off. That's what she did.
Oh, you know what's funny about that? Well, you know what's funny about that was that everybody had a different angle of that show too. You had one straight angle of titties. You had another side, you had obtuse angle of titties. You had 90 degree angles shot of titties. Just titties everywhere. It was awesome.
Titties. It was titties. Yeah. The song is pretty damn good too. And
it is.
I mean, it's Janelle Monae has always been fire. We've always praised her. It was funny because someone tried to say, like, oh, her music's been trash. And I was going, and her last album that dropped was in 2018, which was, what was it? Dirty Computer. That got nominated for that got nominated for Best for Album of the Year at the Grammys, and it was critically acclaimed. She's always been there. So she just, you know, right. She takes time. Her last album came out in 2018. She takes her sweet time to drop music, which I like. Oh yeah, know she signed to Bad Boy.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah, she's always been signed to Bad Boy.
That was why I hella forgot about that shit. I hella forgot she was on Bad Boy.
Yeah, she's an apprentice of Prince, and she signed to Puff.
Mm-hmm. Take that.
You know,
I've been on a Bad Boy binge lately. I don't know why. I've been listening to a lot of Biggie, I was listening to No Way Out. I was like, damn. But I don't know why. It was just like something just told me to listen to, like, Life After Death, and then I started listening to No Way Out, and there's a lot of Biggie. And then I was listening to what's it called? Was it not Life After Death? What was it? Ready to Die? Mm-hmm. I listened to Ready to Die, and I was just like, "Oh, this is a great album. How come I don't listen to it like that much?" Until I got to the last track, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's why." I do not like Suicidal Thoughts. Like, that's one of those that's too dark for me. So, ugh.
My favorite character killed younglings in Star Wars. I don't think anything could be too dark for me.
Well, you didn't see him do it.
Yeah, but you knew what was coming. You knew they didn't stand a chance.
I sent that video of the crowd watching it. They all said it. Master Skywalker. There's too many of them. What are we gonna do? What the fuck you finna do?
Yep.
But thank you for titties, Janelle Monae. But we have not talked about this for a good few weeks, and it was for a reason. Go.
And waiting, baby.
The Big Rich Town universe. Oh man. This JC, this is great television.
I told you.
This is cinema.
And what makes it even more better is the fact that it's so unrealistic. It's so unrealistic. It's so great. It's great. I love it. Somehow Tariq having a vehicle and being able to travel everywhere just seems even more unrealistic for whatever reason. And it's awesome. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
I remember you were telling me before the delivery, you watched an episode of Power. You were just like, oh, no, I'm going to watch this episode. Where should we start? Or where should we start?
Let's just talk about where we are officially up until this point. I knew Sax was going to get got. That was a come on, man. Snitches don't survive in this series.
Yeah, that's in this series. When you snitch, you die. Literally. Right. It's just, yeah, you are on borrowed time. As soon as you snitch, you are on borrowed time in that universe.
Right. We knew Drew was about to be on demon time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew that. We knew Kane. We knew there's something up going on with Kane and Effie. We saw that.
Yeah, we saw that shit coming. He went full simp. Took one episode. He went full simp.
And on top of that, we just got to make it very clear. Theo. I saw a lot of people very sad and heartbroken for Davis, and I felt like Homeboy in Don't Be a Menace to South Central when he had to walk up to Kim Wayne's character and was like, "That's not your baby." I had to walk up and I was like, "That's not our Theo. I don't feel attached to him. He just there."
Okay. Last season, when Davis's brother got introduced, Theo was played by Redman. And we were all excited about this. Method Man brought him into it and everything. We were all excited about it. So then when we're in season 3 right now. Yeah, season 3 happened. And we're watching it. We see Theo's face and we're going like, that's not Redman. And it was they hella recasted the character. And apparently, And apparently the reason why he got recasted is because Redman didn't want to get vaccinated. So they had to recast him. And I'm like, man. So they had to, work around his character and shit like that. And Theo ended up killing Sax and then he killed himself. And Method Man put on an Emmy-worthy performance.
Yeah.
An Emmy-worthy, honestly, Method Man has been acting his ass off on this show. And it's like, it's funny. Method Man and Mary J. Blige, they're like the yin and yang of each other. Method Man's acting and Mary J. Blige is not acting.
Yeah. But I think we're missing out one important factor about that entire scene.
What?
You didn't find it hilarious that as Davis is crying, Tariq just turns around and is like, fuck.
That was very James of him. He's starting to dress like his dad now. It's like, where do you get these suits, my nigga? Why are you dressing like that? He looks funny wearing those.
You can't sell drugs and look like you go to college. For college?
Nigga looking like... He's literally looking like his dad. And I'm just like, oh, you look just like your daddy. Look at you. You didn't want to become your daddy. You didn't want to become your daddy, but look at you becoming your daddy. Yeah.
Right. Told you. I knew where it was going.
That nigga's in suits now and shit. Like, oh yeah, the shit he did to Effie, that part where he drove her all the way out there and shit like that to make her confess about Lauren, that was a very James. It's, man.
I said this from season 4 on. I said they're going to cater it around Tariq, and Tariq is going to end up becoming far worse than his father could have ever imagined he would have been.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said, yeah, it's not out there. So what are your what are your predictions? Because the episode's leaked. I don't know what it is about Power, but this happens to 50 almost every other season. Episodes leak. Which is just, you feel 50's leaking this shit?
I don't know, but it's very on brand for 50. I mean, look at Get Rich or Die Trying. It leaked 4 days earlier, so they had to drop the album 4 days earlier. It's very on brand.
Because for whatever reason, we didn't get an episode last week. And it was kind of weird.
It always happens. They always take a break after the 8th episode. That's on.
They didn't do that for Forrest.
No, they
remember
did.
that?
It's always. Usually there's a fight. Usually there's a fight.
There was no. There's a fight.
Usually, yeah, there's a boxing match.
Oh yeah,
so they know they're not going to get they know they're not going to get the eyes.
Yeah,
and so they always take a break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for whatever reason, there was like for Force, there was no break. It just kept going. But this one, there was a break, and people were pissed. And then the episodes leaked.
No, bro, there was a break. There was a break after episode 8. Episode 8 appeared March 27th, and then episode 9 appeared April 10th. There's always a break after episode 8.
Well, all right. Well, I was thinking episode 5. That's probably what I was thinking of. But anyway, whatever the case. Yeah. So, do you want to talk about these episodes?
No.
Okay.
Let them figure it out. Just know that we know. And it's delicious.
It is vintage. They packed a season's worth of material in 2 episods. And
so what happened was after the Lakers kicked the Warriors' ass, I was going on I was living it up, man. Me and my son was going crazy. We was putting numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Larry June, numbers. You know what I'm saying? We were doing all that. Hey. Every time I put one up, I look at my son, I say, "Good job, Giannis." And he was moving. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was every time I kept going on Twitter, I kept seeing something power related, and I realized, oh shit, it's a spoiler. And not only is it a spoiler, it's the fucking scene that they're spoiling that we haven't seen yet. So I'm like ducking and dodging. And after a while, Brick falls asleep. My mom stayed over for the weekend, so she fell asleep. And then they're like, "You want us to take Giannis?" And I was like, "Nah, we gonna watch drugs. We gonna watch leaked drugs."
And I remember I sent you the leaks. And I was just like, "Don't tell me nothing." And then I was not going to watch, but then something just told me, like, you know what? Let me just watch these shits. So I started watching it, and I don't know. Maybe our minds connected because you text me, "Stop what you're doing and watch this shit," and I text you, "I'm already watching."
You sound like Magic Johnson. I'm already in there. I'm already in there.
Oh, pause. Nah, man, those episodes, I'm not going to spoil the shit, but it was literally vintage power. They literally fit seasons worth of material in those 2 episodes.
They sure did, man. And I was thankful. We were blessed.
Yes, it was, man. And I think Power is in good hands. That's all I'm going to say. Because Courtney Kemp isn't running it. The guy who did Empire, he's running it. Yeah, the show's in good hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Come on, man. Round of applause, man. Come on. We're not going to dive into it because we don't want to spoil it for the people. But just know, it's that good crack. Good crack. Good crack.
Good crack. Good job. Okay, so the NFL schedule came out.
Oh no, we still got more, brother. Still got more. We got one more big one. One more big topic. Come on, man. You be jumping all over the place, and you're gonna got notes in your face. Come on, man.
Well, because
bad job, Busby.
Bad job, Busby. No, the reason why I was kind of
like that joke, little man, huh? We say, "Good job, Giannis."
Good job, Giannis. Yeah, well, Dwayne Johnson is forced to kiss the ring. Yeah. After Black Adam failed, that boy got no choice. He has no choice, but he is going to be in Fast 10, allegedly. They say it's like a post-credit scene. So I was like, damn, y'all spoiled that, but I'm just like, that's funny.
Damn, so Dom Toretto really is Thanos.
He acknowledged him before Roman. Ain't that some shit? Rock acknowledged Vin Diesel before Roman.
He said, "You tried all that goofy shit, and where'd it lead you? Right back to family. Back to family."
Oh, yeah, that's what they were saying in those episodes too, by the way. They kept saying family a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, couldn't live with your failures. And where does that lead you? Back to family. Mm-hmm. I mean, he thought that Black Adam shit was gonna win. That's legit funny to me. I'm like, wow, and he's literally only doing that shit just to save his fucking image.
Oh yeah, it hurts his soul.
Oh yeah, it does. Because he literally said he was not going to come back to it. He said he was not going to come back.
Yeah,
and now look at you.
Every day he went on set, he was blasting Beyonce.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, Fast X apparently comes out this Friday, and it's apparently he said this final chapter is going to be a trilogy. That's what Vin Diesel said.
Or it's a trilogy or a 2-part sequel, or
no,
a 3-part
story. A 3-part story. That's what he said at the premiere.
There's 3.
He said flat out. He said on the red carpet, the studio said they wanted 2, but after they saw the movie, and I guess when they saw the post credit scene, they're gonna make it 3. Supposedly, that's what Vin Diesel wants. So Fast 10 is going to have. It's gonna be a trilogy. How the hell are you gonna make the final chapter a trilogy?
Because family.
They're gonna put time travel in this shit.
Yeah.
I told you that third one's there. Look, you don't think it's a coincidence that Fast 10 is coming out this week and Transformers is coming out next month? You don't think it's a coincidence?
You want it. You've been wanting it. You said
I need it expeditiously.
I need that. Facts.
Exactly. But Kev on stage, comedian, he posted on his social media. He said, "What was the point? At what point did you realize that this was just unrealistic? At what point in this series did it become unrealistic for you?"
Really? There's so many. Really? I'm trying to think. Mine
is very quick and simple.
Which was the mountain going up?
Hell no, it was way before that.
Which one?
Fam, when in Too Fast, Too Furious, when Michael Ealy slams into the damn billboard at 180 miles per hour and he just gets out with a bruised arm.
Oh, yeah.
It was at that point in time when I said, you know what? Let me kick my feet up and let me enjoy. And about 30 minutes later, that's when Paul Walker delivered one of the greatest lines in cinematic history. I said, forget about it, cuz.
Forget about it, cuz.
I ain't looked at that series as anything realistic ever since, and I have had a ball. There's a reason why you and I enjoy Power and Fast and Furious so much, while these other people try to dissect it, and then they just can't enjoy themselves. If you take your mind out of it,
it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're saying Fast 10. I mean, one critic said it's bad, but at this point, it's like, fuck it, just go with it. That's what one critic, he said it's worse than 9. He said because like me, like I remember me and you argued about the 9th one, and it was just like, and I loved all of them, but this one, the 9th one, when they jumped the shark, which I feel they did. So in this one, it's like, what else can you do?
Time out, man. You talking about jump the shark like this man, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, didn't tell Therese to man the tank so he could put his hands on a damn land grenade and roll it to another car and blow it up. You talking about like this was jumping the shark, like Dom didn't jump out of a flying ass car. I gotta
rephrase it.
Like Dom didn't jump out of a flying ass car to catch Letty, jump over 2 bridges and land on a car.
I think that was the moment. That was the moment for me.
On his shirt. Okay,
that was like the moment for me.
You talking as if Dom and Letty didn't fly off the air chasing John Cena, even though they couldn't see him. And as he's midair, a jet comes and picks him up magnetically.
And then and then they jump off the bridge. And then a fucking rope catches it and it swings like Tarzan. I remember seeing that in the trailer, and I'm like, give me my money. Take my money. Take my money.
And you acting as if our favorite one of all time, 5, didn't have the most unrealistic climax ever when these motherfuckers took a damn safe out of the police station and drove all around Brazil.
And just banged up on everything.
Right. and then they try to make the most normal thing about it was them swapping out the safes on the trash truck.
Oh yeah.
I'm supposed to leave the safe just goes up there smooth. And then we just connect to this makeshift fake safe that they got in a span of 48 hours. They built it, scanned it, did all the shit. I'm supposed to believe that. Come on now.
I mean, Power and Fast and the Furious. It's like with Power, we lost. We pretty much gave up Logic after the last season of the original series. It's like, you know what? Let's throw Logic out the window and just enjoy yourself. And that's what we did. We enjoyed ourselves. Fast and the Furious, after the third one or fourth one, it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see how far they can go.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know the CGI Paul Walker is coming. I think that's like the least one everyone knows it's coming. Like, we know he's coming.
People were more shocked that they said Dwayne Johnson was going to be in here than they are that Paul Walker's going to make an appearance.
Yeah, people were more shocked Rock was coming back. That tells you everything you need to know about this franchise.
Right.
Oh man, gotta love it.
Absolutely.
But now, the XFL wrapped up. I think it wrapped up. I didn't watch either, but
so I ain't been watching USFL. Those leagues, salute to them, but bad timing. Don't put it. Just goes to show. It just goes to show, if you're not the NFL, don't try to go up against the NBA. It ain't gonna work.
Well, they're gonna go up against the NBA on Christmas because the NFL schedule has come out, and I'm looking at my Niners schedule right now. And okay, what about you? How are you looking at your schedule?
I'm gonna wrap this up. I won't even pay attention to it. I just saw it and I was like, okay. And then look at. I saw we got 5 primetime games. And I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, Niners got a few primetime games. You have a primetime game against the Cowboys. That's a Sunday night game. And then on Christmas, we go against the Ravens on Monday. And I'm like, ooh, that looks pretty tasty. I might go to that.
Yeah, they put us against the Chiefs. And I said, well, at least it's early enough to where we can change clothes when they get their ass whooped so I can watch the Lakers after.
Yeah, true. But, yeah, I was just like, okay. And I swear to God, every other day when I'm wearing my Niner mask, like when I'm walking around, a Niner fan comes up to you like, hey, so who you want to be your quarterback? You want it to be Brock Purdy or Trey Lance? And I just say yes. Like, guess what? Like, dude, I don't know. Stop asking me that. We'll find out when preseason happens, and then I'll let you know. Shit. Well, yeah, that's your son too, Trey Lance.
No, I gave him to you. And you didn't take care of him. I don't know where he's at.
I don't know where he's at either. You called him your son. That's your son. That's your son.
We don't know. No, first of all, I said that's my adult son. You don't get it right.
Your adult son.
Right. I said my adult son. And when Devontae got traded to the Raiders, I said, you take care of my son. And then you didn't know what you were doing. You lost him. And so I don't know where the hell he at. Now now you raving about somebody else's Anglo-Saxon son. Yeah, so some uncle you are.
Hey man, it's not my tried my best. I did my best, all right? Shit. Well, I know they didn't do their best. Well, I don't know. This is just weird with Usher and Chris Brown. That shit.
This happened when I was in the hospital, so I don't really know much of anything. I know Usher threw him. I knew this is like, it's quick notes for me at this point. Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party. Chris Brown got into it with Tiana Taylor because they got a long-standing friendship about the performance that got canned, the Michael Jackson tribute, something like that. Usher apparently walked with Chris as Chris was trying to leave the situation, and then word is that Chris and the Goonies, they put them hands on Usher, and they said they hurt Usher really bad. But Usher showed up the next day at the Lovers and Friends show, and he looked perfectly fine. And if I'm not mistaken, Chris Brown still came out during his set. So
yeah. Hey, man, that was such a weird That was such a weird headline to read. Like, wait, what? So yeah.
Right. Yeah. But shout out to the Lovers and Friends show. I know a few people that went there. Shout out to Nelly. He got his woman back. I know Irv Gotti's sick. He said that Ashanti definitely can't get her masters back now because he's hurting. I know 50 got some heat coming on the way, especially with 50 getting ready to go on tour, celebrating the 20-year anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying. He's coming out.
I'm going to that shit.
Oh yeah, he's right here in the amphitheater.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Yeah, I'm easily going to that. He's coming out with Busta Rhymes, and then all throughout the states with Jeremiah. I think it's going to be funny seeing Jeremiah, especially after I've seen Jeremiah on Versus. That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, Beyonce started her tour. I think you're gonna be just fine because I was looking at the highlights of it. I think you're gonna be just fine, because you're going, if you know what I mean.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as crazy as fucking Day in Vegas. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, Day in Vegas ain't what I'm worried about.
Well, what were you?
I'm still gonna be around the Beehive.
No, I was looking at highlights. You're gonna be fine.
You saw one show. You saw one show, and that probably wasn't even the shows that are like really be popping like that in the cities that be popping like that.
Well, San
Francisco's a hub over here. Like, yeah, my antennas are still very high.
Yeah,
I'm going to enjoy myself, but yeah, I'm gonna be looking around. Puff versus JD apparently scheduled for September 8th at Madison Square Garden. I don't know why they pushed it out that long. They could literally do that next week because the Knicks lost.
There's no official announcement yet, but I don't know how that's going to go.
Right.
But it better be on, man. I don't know what they're doing with verses. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. Salute, praise, and we bow down to one of the queens of hip hop, Missy Elliott.
Yes.
is going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mr. Mina Elliott is getting inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The first female MC to get inducted.
Absolutely.
Well deserved. I was like, when I saw that, I almost teared up looking at that. Like, about damn time. Good for her.
It's actually a really good class too. You got Sheryl Crow's going in, George Michael's going in, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, and the Spinners.
Wow. Man, we getting old. I mean, obviously, but wow, Missy Elliott, Eminem went in, Jay-Z went in, and Missy Elliott. That's a good ass class, back to back like that. Shit,
and they all rapped with each other.
Yes, all three of them rapped with each other, and Biggie and Pac were in there, and they rapped with Biggie and Pac too. Mm-hmm. Well, Eminem Hope did, kind of. Eminem, kind of, but yeah, man,
yeah, that's a good one. Sayonara to MTV News. Paramount has announced they got to do some cutbacks and some layoffs, and they say MTV News, everybody get their dues off Twitter, so you got to go.
That's an end of an era right there, man. I was hella reminiscing about MTV News, and I'm like, Kurt Yoder, Susan Pack, who else was there? The other white girls, Ananda Lewis. Oh, man, MTV News was, at one time, that's how I found out Pac died. I found out Pac, Biggie, Aaliyah, that's how I found out they died, was on MTV News.
Huh. I found it on Cameo.
Really? From
actually,
Pac's death?
No, actually, I didn't find it on Cameo. I'll tell you a story about it off radio, or off air. Yeah. It's actually a very personal story. Like, you'll like the details, but I am not putting anybody out there, so I'll tell you off air.
You talk about Pac's death or Aaliyah's death?
Pac's death.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a nice segue. So that's a good segue. So, Dear Mama, the docuseries on Hulu, the 5-part docuseries on Tupac and Afeni. I was very hesitant about watching this because there's so many Tupac documentaries. It's like damn near a multiverse of Tupac documentaries. After Resurrection and after Thug Angel, it's like, what else is there to say? You know? But the Hughes brothers, that's another reason why, because Alan Hughes actually directed it, the same one who did Defiant Ones. And I was like, didn't Pac beat you up? It's like, what the hell you do? You know? And I was kind of like hesitant to watching it. And then I was seeing it was getting rave reviews. And then I watched an interview with Alan Hughes when he said that when he was making the video, when he was making the docuseries, he found out, like he literally found out while he was making it, that Pac apologized for what he did. I'm like, you didn't know about that? I was like, wow, he did? And he said it in countless interviews. He said it on the MTV News. He apologized for beating them up. And I'm like, you did not know that? Huh. And he was kind of shocked, like, wow, he did apologize. And apparently the estate was the one that came to him and wanted to do it. And mainly Afeni's sister. So,
I don't mean to cut you off, but little man, we on a time frame right now. We got to.
Okay. My bad. Anyway, long story short, it's a really great documentary. It's a really great docuseries.
Yeah, no, I watched the first episode. My mom told me about it because she watched like the first 3 or 4. So Britt and I watched the first episode, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm in. I'm rock with it." So I'm gonna finish up. They just aired the 5th one, I think, at the end of last week. So got a good amount of time to binge.
Oh yeah, you can binge the whole shit. You might tear up on the last episode though.
I wouldn't doubt it. I've been happily emotional this past week and a half, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Found out a lot of great stories. Interviewed a lot of people. They didn't interview Jada. They didn't interview Jada or Tretch, which was kind of interesting. I know, right? But other than that, I gotta let you be daddy. So this is episode 296 of the most consistent podcast in the area, The iLLogical Sense. You can always follow us on Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Fab. You can follow me at Mr. Busby 4 lowercase OA. You can follow us on Instagram at The iLLogical Sense. You can follow us at The iLLogical Sense at TLogical SP. You can always follow us on Instagram at The iLLogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
And on all social media, you can find me at JC No Hunnits. Hey man, conference finals, man. If it ain't conference finals, if it ain't about my son, if it ain't about power, I'm gonna find a way to somebody gonna leak Fast and Furious. I'm gonna be able to watch it in the comforts of my home. If it ain't about any of that, just leave me alone.
You might as well wait a month. Wait a month. It'll probably come out on streaming after that.
No, I'm saying somebody's probably gonna link it like they did Power.
Oh yeah,
I'll definitely be fine. And on top of that note, before we leave, real quick, want to send a special shouts out to all the mothers out there who had a great Mother's Day this past year.
My mom too.
Yeah, it was a special day for me having both Britt celebrate her first Mother's Day, and then my mom celebrating. Technically, it was my mom's first Mother's Day as a grandparent because my nephew didn't arrive until the summertime last year. So this is her first time celebrating as a grandmother. So that was really dope to be in both their presence and celebrating this new little life. And yeah, so all the mothers out there, natural mothers, adopted mothers, godmothers, auntie mothers, grandmothers, whoever. I hope you all had an amazing celebratory day. And to those who didn't have their mothers who are no longer physically here, may they rest in peace. And perfect timing.
Yep. Perfect timing. And shout out to my mom. She just came back from Europe. So that was a great Mother's Day for her. But on that note, we out.
Yes, sir. Say bye. Say bye-bye, baby, y'all diapers. Peace, niggas.